Alright, hello everyone, we're back to Collapsing World, Rise of Radicalism. We will be playing as the Russian SFSR, so that is led by Vladimir Lenin. So, here we are. The map is rather chaotic, the further east you go. Anyway, let's get into things. Let's begin. Centuries, the Russian realm was ruled by arrogant nobles who exploited the people and profit off their labor. The Tsar Nicholas II, a man, instead of helping the people, tried to seize power for himself, and had extremely incompetent leadership. All of these events were about to change. The events of the October Revolution would end the shape of Russia forever. Lenin and the rest of the Communist Party launched a full-scale revolt against the Republic and gave the workers what they needed. They gave them land, gave them bread, but peace is not there yet. Now Russia lies in ruins. We control Moscow, Petrograd and Sta1in and many other major cities. The revolution is still unfinished, but at the very least, Mikhail Chukchevsky has succeeded in securing a victory against Poland. He rules over an ever more autonomous Polish-Belarusian military district. For all of this land, we have 12 civs. Wow, things are really bad here. Okay. Altogether, Lenin's army is 33 divisions. Why does this number always seem to haunt me? It's not much, but it's something. About 300k men in the field. In the war communism. War communism as the economic model made sense now, however, when active combat ended, war communism only does harm. We should fully renounce the policy and start the development of a new economic project. Yeah, so we can justify war goals straight away. I won't do that though, because I don't think it's, right to do that, because we're going to get war goals, I'm pretty sure, through our focus tree eventually. So we're just going to help, Xinjiang in their proxy war. We built some planning up. We've got quite a bit of soft attacks. We should be able to push through this guy. It seems like not everyone is pleased with the start of collectivization. Well, that is bad for them. Using the system of the VCHK, we will quickly prevent and wipe out any sabotage attempts against the reforms restarted. I'll be honest, not much was really happening. Most of my time I was spent looking at Xinjiang on the map and focusing on the war happening there. And completing the focuses, I suppose. The Second American Civil War. What an absolute mess this is. Lenin was heavily wounded by a bullet from a Colt M1911 made by Fanny Kaplan, a former anarchist, arrested immediately after that. Currently in a heavy condition and will probably not return to state leadership soon, if he will survive at all. Alright, so we can either replace with conservative Stalin or Alexander Bogdanov. So we're going to choose the Man of Steel, Joseph Stalin. Alright, so we're going to begin our first 5-year plan. I swear, guys, something will happen soon. Just stick with me. And the first hour of gameplay was literally just looking at this one single place. Oh, that's not good. That's like the last German state against the other German state. So yeah, besides the point, I heavily invested into Xinjiang. They have a lot of my equipment, and it would be very bad for them to lose because I invested way too much to like pull out now. It's not worth it. Northern Xinjiang, they have no more manpower, and the south still has manpower. And my unification stuff was about to begin just shortly, and as soon as I'm about to, go to war with somebody else, my volunteers get pulled out of whatever country I'm fighting in. So yeah, I'll have to sacrifice Xinjiang, which is a shame, because that was my bro. They're gonna die. My game is just really laggy for some reason. Okay, there we go. Poland just annexed West Ukraine, and we're going in against the Cossack government. Okay, that should be the Cossack government, I believe, because we just took every city. There we go. Gonna annex it. We get into the Union. Oh, that was absolute bullcrap how far I had to go there. And then when I thought I was free, well, because that government decided to justify on me. Peter Wilson, okay. Well, hi-ho, off to the west we go. Oh, there we go. War's been declared on us. I just look. We got Chiang Kai-shek in China. Interesting. But Chinese Soviet Republic as well in the faction. Yeah, we'll have to justify also on Poland because they have some of our territory. I finished justifying on Kamacha, so I'm going to go in. Kamacha. Going into the other Mongolian Free Army. Taking this place. Unify Mongolia. Embargo Germany. I think the only piece we're missing is actually Central Asia. Bring Central Asia into my, my territory, but I still can't actually unify Russia. I don't know what the prerequisite is to actually doing this, but I think I owned all the territory. I might have been missing one or two things. I'm not sure. If I am, leave a comment. So I kind of had to no checks later in to complete the rest of my focus tree. Alright, so I'm just going to give it to my other Mongolian friend. There we go. Unite Mongolia. I love how these guys have been at war for years and I'm just coming in and taking everything. I don't even know why we're fighting them. They're literally a socialist republic. Yeah, let's actually puppet them. I could annex them. Let's annex them. And the Germans have declared war on me, great. Why, Germany? Why did you go after me now? Why couldn't you go after me later? I mean, yeah, the Germans are kind of easy to beat. Our tanks are way too powerful for them. We can just shred them. Well, I guess it's time to go after Poland, I guess. So here we go. That's like 28 divisions there. Damn. There we go, Poland has capitulated, so I'm just gonna... I'll take everything it is. That'll be fine, and then I'll just puppet everything else. This Germany is really powerful. I don't know how they're this powerful, but they are. Alright, so after the absolute mess, this is all what remains of the German army. 6 to 10 divisions. And how many have we got? 202. Yeah. So I guess we're just gonna finish things off. So yeah, it's 12.4 million. Are you kidding me? Every single person dies. I think Stalin went a bit mad because there's no one left. Invite Kenyan's people front. Alright, we're inviting Kenya to our faction, I guess. Right, so now we have a Marxist-Leninist Germany. So Himmler decided to convert the entire Reich to Islam, and now, ever since Stalin's taken over, it's communist. So I guess it's a little bit like Iran, I guess. Could sweep up France, I suppose. There we go, look at all our faction. We basically control most of Europe. Except the Netherlands. And Denmark and things. They let my allies beat up the Netherlands. There we go. Oh, okay, my volunteers have arrived at Turkey. Call everyone into that. We're gonna just zoom in a minute. Just get ready for the absolute lag fest. There we go. So, the downside of having player-led peace conferences, if your allies, defeat the nation you're fighting, and you don't get any war score, there's absolutely nothing you can do. So, yeah. Fun. But, by this point, I was getting pretty lazy. So, yeah, I was going ham. I was declaring war on just about everybody. We managed to get a couple of nice and circle ones, this Greek one, for instance. And, yeah, we're stuck in Greece a bit, and eventually I decided to go to the Middle East, for that lovely, sweet, juicy oil. I went into India. Then I just kind of called it, and we had a focus which, you know, declared war on everybody, but I really didn't want to fight the United States. They have like 300 to 500 ships. They have like 300 to 1,000 divisions. Nope, I'm not doing that. And now we got Communist Britain under Willie Gallagher. Declares war on everybody, I think. Yeah, so plan so-called declares war on literally everybody. Now, I'm not going to play this as I haven't got a navy to beat over everyone. Yep, so this is just the Stalin path. We've got many other paths to cover in this mod, so if you'd like to see it, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.